Hi guys, how are you?
Good. Hi.
Great. How are you?
I'm doing great. So to start, I love the vignette style of this movie, but I also love that it all connects in the end. And actually, like, as much as I loved going through all those stories, I was like, oh, okay, well, like, how do they know each other? And then I loved where it ended up. For you guys as creatives, is getting to tell a story in a vignette-esque way more beneficial than going through like a regular kind of structure for a film and making it all straight through? Or did you like kind of the end story as it were and getting to see all these characters together like on its own, if that makes sense?
I mean for us writing and for me specifically, I thought it was really freeing and fun to focus on each story individually and just like say, no, screw the backstory, screw all the character nuance, that kind of that we like to like evolve in our other stories, that when you have a whole feature film that you want to like slow burn all this character stuff. And on this one, we're like, no, we're having fun. We're putting the audience into fun situations right out of the gate, and we're not going to take our foot off the gas. They're just going to have hella fun when they watch this movie. And so I think the vignette section, breaking it up was part of that for me.
Yeah, and then but also I think like you mentioned, um, seeing how those stories interconnect and the richness of how it all kind of builds towards the end is part of the fun of the movie. So I think that like the that by the time you get to like the third or the fourth vignette, audiences tend to be like more invested and more excited because they start to see how all the stories are coming together and all the characters are intertwining, and it kind of helps build like the just like the drive and the excitement. So those vignettes tend to be like more fulfilling and more exciting.
It's like a little mini FTU, Freaky Tales universe. So that like by the time you get to the final story, you're seeing some of the characters you know and loved earlier, and it's very satisfying.
Yeah, well, I wanted to ask you guys because, like, obviously with Pedro's character, that feels like it's playing into the type of what we all kind of have known him on for at this point in his career. But I would also argue that's the same case with Jay Ellis. It's the same case with like Dominique's character, and like they're these actors who are now known for specific roles, and you guys are either playing with that type or kind of playing the opposite. And I wanted to know what the creative process was with each of those actors and how much of it was, written that way before versus changed or worked with the actors once you've cast them.
Well, I mean, we definitely the script was written and then we cast based on the script.
Mhm.
And for Jay, this is the first time I feel like he's really been able to kind of like show this side of himself as like a total superhero, like kicking butt in this way. And that's been really exciting, I think, for people to see him in this light. And I hope that we get to see more of Jay like this because he definitely sells it. And Pedro is just like a completely amazing and heartbreaking in this role because I just think that like watching him go from kind of being this tough guy to having this moment of like just like this kind of like moment of like
Redemption.
redemption and like giving not only himself a second chance but like this young guy a second
Mhm.
chance. I mean, that is just completely heartbreaking, and that's amazing to see him in that role. And then Dominique, I don't know, have you ever seen her perform like that before? I mean, that
No,
was so
in fact,
cool.
Riri Williams is my girl. Like I love Riri, so like I instantly loved Dominique. But I was like seeing her do this, I was like, oh my god, like she's truly one of the best.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. And like Normani, like very natural to see her on stage, but haven't seen her do hip hop like that, and haven't seen her act and perform in as an actress. So seeing her in a totally new light too, that was yeah, really special. So I feel like just amazing talent all around, but like seeing everybody a little bit differently than like how we've seen them before.
I 100% agree. This movie, I loved it so much. Every time a story ended, I was like, no, no, no. And then I was treated by the end. But because I didn't know it was gonna happen that way, and I wanted to go back and see everyone, so I was glad I got to. But thank you guys so much for talking with me today. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait for everyone else to get to see Freaky Tales.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.